Greetings and salutations. It is I, Professor Macabro, here again in an undisclosed location because the weather has been very, very poor and I can't really record in the spooky shed. You see, because the spooky shed is nice for keeping my stuff, even though I have noticed that it does get very hot in hot days and very moist in rainy days, which is very worrying for my collectibles. It doesn't have an internal lighting, so I had to jerry-rig the lighting that it does have, and, well, let's just say that it doesn't play nice with rain and wet floor, so yes, indeed. But I have been losing my sanity in this hellhole that we call adult living, and I needed to create some content because I was going to lose my goddamn mind. So I am here in this undisclosed location. No cool lighting, no cool backdrop, just me in this location recording to save my sanity and share content with all of you. Yes, indeed. But I have, and I want to share a review on a movie that I blind bought and saw a while ago. So it's been a while since I actually wanted to talk about this, but between the move, the blah, yada, 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 I haven't been able to got to it until now. And that movie in question that I blind bought and saw a while ago, if you follow me in my social media, you probably saw that, is Werewolves of the Third Reich. And I bought this movie and it read the synopsis and it sounded like Overlord and similar movies about a group of Allied forces that go into the base of the angry Germans with their questionable flag, and they have to bring them down, but they discover that supernatural shit is afoot, so you either have your zombies or your demons, and in the case of the Werewolves of the Third Reich, well, werewolves. I was like, wow, that's pretty cool. Reminded me of that scene in American Werewolf in London, where the dream sequence where they're eating, and then the angry Germans with their questionable flag werewolves come out and butcher their family. I was like, full movie of that. I can get it to it, yes. Blind bought it, put it on a while back, and I saw it, and I was like, okay, not what I expected. I say, and I went, indeed. And what is this movie that made me go, it's actually about? Well, let me tell you. This is, indeed, a movie where Allied forces, go into the base of, the angry Germans with the questionable flag, and, but in this one it's more like, think like the Dirty Dozen, except there's only 3. So the terrible trio, I'm gonna call him that. And it's about a group of criminals. One got into the MP camp because he didn't follow orders, because he didn't want to be there. As you would imagine, you don't want to be in the war. The other one didn't agree with his commanding officer because he was a bit of a jerk and knocked him out. And the other guy is an African American that, well, he did his duty, but because he's African American, he got sent into the prison camp. And they're going to send them to their suicide mission before shit hits the fan, and they encounter the angry Germans with their questionable flag. While this is happening, that's where the werewolves in the movie come in. Almost. It is a scientist that wants to turn the angry Germans with the questionable flag into werewolves. So he wants to create lichen angry Germans with the questionable flag. And you don't really see the werewolves. And for the most part, this whole movie plays out like someone got drunk watching Inglourious Bastards. Like, like really wasted drunk. And he's like, I can write a better movie than that hack Tarantino. That Tarantino ripped off a bunch of movies, so I'm gonna rip off Tarantino, but I can't make it too obvious, so I'm gonna make it, about werewolves. Werewolves, I'll show him. And he did. He created a movie that combined not the Dirty Dozen, again, the terrible trio, in the concept, or like Suicide Squad, if you want something, a more recent example, and combine dialogue with people, and just didn't have the budget to make werewolves. Because they do take this angry Nazi with the questionable flag that was having an affair with the wife of the doctor, and they were going to escape, but he's like, oh, you bastard, you done slept with my wife, now I'm going to turn you into a werewolf. Ha 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 ha! A mustache twirl and everything. And of course he does turn him into a werewolf, but the wife is like, oh no! Also, the guy that got drunk must have seen Ilsa, because that lady I think he actually was called Ilsa. So, blatantly rip-off right there. And she's like, oh, my husband, you have been turned into a werewolf, and now I will join you, and I will also turn into a hair werewolf, and we will be the two werewolves. So, otherwise it'd be called werewolf, and they needed two, so they have two werewolves. The angry German with the questionable flag, and the Ilsa knockoff. So they turn into the werewolves of the movie at the end of the movie, and then they take their revenge against the doctor, and then the terrible trio storm the base of the angry Germans with the questionable flag and kill like two guys before encountering the werewolves and then killing them with no silver. It was a genetic experiment thing, so they didn't really need silver. So, there you go, the end of the story. But the evil doctor pisses off, and then they flash forward to a couple of years to America, and the guys track the guy down and shoot him dead. And that's the end of that. No more werewolves were ever made again. And I was like, ha! 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 Indeed. So, is it a bad movie? No. No. Is it a blatant ripoff of other stuff? Yes. Yes, indeed. Yes, it is. But it's not a bad movie. It's well acted. I'll give it that. You can tell this thing was made with the change made out of the sofa. But it's filmed on location, and I respect that. It's not just green screen all over the place. It is filmed on the location, so props to that. It's well acted. For what it has, the terrible trio guys act well. The angry Germans with the questionable flag, they're there. But the terrible trio is really good acted. They have decent chemistry, and they go around their dialogue well. The werewolf effects, well, they're laughable, but they're not the worst I've seen. And it doesn't really deliver on the promise of the angry Germans with the questionable flag in full, angry German gear as werewolves, like in that scene in American Werewolf in London. But it's not a bad movie. It's not the worst movie I've ever seen. It was actually had some good moments, and I actually found myself not enjoying it, but I wasn't bored. So it doesn't really deliver on the werewolf thing until the end. But hey, it entertained me, and if a movie is entertaining, it gets a pass from your old pal, Professor Macabre. So, would I recommend it? Yes, I would recommend you track it down and give it a watch. And let us know what you thought of it in the comments down below. But that was my review for Werewolves of the Third Reich. Have you seen it? Did you see it and you hate it again? Let us know. But until I see you all again next time, this has been Professor Macabre. For now, in the undisclosed location, wishing you all, like always, a good evening.